Hey, before this video gets started, I'd like to ask you to do me a favor. If you find yourself watching this video, and obviously you have because you can hear this, if you decide for whatever reason to nope out of this video before it finishes, and I mean like well before it finishes, like before the halfway mark or at any point, like you decide like to leave before it's done, do me this favor and leave a comment down below explaining exactly why you're leaving. If it's my voice, if it's the audio, like the audio quality, if it's the co-host voice, if the video is just boring, doesn't matter what it is. Like even if it's like, well, I suddenly had to poop and I had to leave. Like doesn't matter what it is, just tell me what it is down below because I'm trying to boost audience retention. And I feel the only way to really do that is by having the audience tell me what's making them lose retention. So enjoy the show. I can't stress to y'all that like computers are annoying. So episodes 8 and 9 don't have any don't have any commentary whatsoever, and they're both not well. Episode 8's pretty long. Episode 9 just had a lot of dialogue, and like it required me to do a lot of reading. So it's possible I'm gonna have to go back and dub over what isn't there just to like, you know.
Yeah, just basically just read it and.
Yeah, read it and just and do the thing. So, and it's a lot of fucking reading. I don't want to do it again because it wasn't that interesting the first time. Either way, we're playing Kirby's Dream Land 2 today. And like the audio and everything it's being normal. I don't know what Elgato did. Like I really don't. Have I started this one before? For the love of God, I haven't. All right. Grassland. Assland. I can't believe I hate like because we don't typically record on whatever day this is. Like we don't.
Nope.
Like today was a rough day. I went to see my a person about my knee. Man, when I tell you, it's the only way I can really describe. I went to an orthopedic surgeon. And I only find it interesting because I don't like, if you're a fat person and you've been to a doctor's office before, so are we still, can I copy? Hold on. Okay, ain't it?
It's not just down like it used to be.
If it is, it ain't. If it is, they ain't
copying.
Up, left, round. No. Select. I can spit it out. That's about it. So yeah, I went to my orthopedic, I wouldn't say he's mine, but he's the one I saw today. And there's this thing that like big people have to go through when they, no, it's just, I just couldn't copy him. All right, cool. So yeah. Mark might understand what I'm talking about. Cause like there is this thing that just happens when you're, when the doctor walks in, you can usually tell they're already like, nah, ain't no helping you. Like, I can't do for you whatever it is you want me to do. And I knew what was coming. Like, the expression on his face. It wasn't like, I want to help you and like, you know, help you get out of this pain and like help you walk again. Nah, it was like, it's your fault, man. This is all, you got to do all of this. Because like, I guess that he saw the, he saw the, there we go. Hotly. He saw the x-rays and was like, yeah, you just have arthritis in your knee. Like, that kind of where it starts and stops. There ain't really much else we can do. And he was like, we can, he's like, we can try to give you, we can give you some shots in your knees and see if that helps. And I was like, all right. So he does. He gives me 2 cortisone shots in my knees. And the only beef I have is that he's like, this might give you
That's very.
This thing is weird.
Yeah.
Kirby.
In general, when you go to his doctor's office as a like larger person, usually their main assumption is whatever's wrong with you, it's a case of the fats.
Yeah, like that's all it was to it. Like he won't fucking let it go. What the fuck? Go back. Like I hate this control scheme. I hate this.
Which is fair.
Like Kirby does anything. All right, fuck it. I'm done. I don't care anymore. But yeah, and like I guess you could argue like, well, he was right though, because you are a fat. Wait, can I just? No, I can't. What the fuck is the point of riding this big fucking rat?
Excuse me, that's Rick.
Yeah, well, like, but what's the fucking point of riding him though? And so yeah, it really did come down to he just wasn't really interested in like helping me. And he was like, well, we can give you each shot the cortisol. He didn't say cortisol. He fucking said steroids. Annoying.
Well, maybe he thought that if he said that, like, you'd be too dumb to understand. Because you're just dumb.
You wanted to say black, didn't you?
No, I really didn't. He might have thought that, but that wasn't my assumption, though.
That was a joke, but you took it seriously.
Oh, I can take it so much seriously.
So much more seriously.
So much seriously, like the most seriously that you could ever imagine. But yeah, no, doctors in general, like when they see that you were larger than the average person.
I'm larger than the average bear. Which is wild, because I told you, Braille, that's what would happen. Is I was going to walk in there and the dude was going to be like, well, I didn't know you were the size of a Buick, so yeah, I don't know why you're here. You can leave. But the thing that like annoyed me wasn't that like, it wasn't that like he had this mentality about like me as a fat guy. The thing that bothered me was that when I got home, my knees were not having it. Like, cause he told me, you know, like after about like this ain't gonna like be a permanent fix. And he's like, and if you keep taking these shots of steroids, what'll happen is like it'll just make the situation worse over time. Which I was like, then why the fuck is this? How did we come to this conclusion that this would be something that why steroids then? But he said it can't give you a few months like a few months without pain. And I'm thinking, well, at the very least, that'll let me like try to walk a bit more. And because he was like, he said, you know, the important thing that you need to do is you need to try to he said you need to like build the strength up in your calves, not your calves, but in my legs. I need to build the strength up in my legs,
do something else, which I don't remember what the fuck it was. And and what do you think the last thing he said was, Mark?
Lose weight.
Bingo, bango, stingo, stango. He told me to lose, like, the important bit is going to be to lose some of that weight. And I'm just like, yeah. Wow, that, like, for whatever reason, I didn't consider not being the size of a house. I should have fucking considered that. You're right, I'm an asshole. I should die. like I should just straight up die. I should kill myself in front of my loved ones and friends and just go unalive myself. Right in front of everybody. That's what I should fucking do, huh?
Out of curiosity, do you remember Eek the cat?
Yes. He was purple.
Yeah, so sometimes I think that doctors want you to have that, like, weird realization where Eek, like, whenever he shows his girlfriend the people, his reaction's always, gee, really? Because she's fat. And they're always like, she's really fat. She's like, gee, really? And does the doctor want you to have that, like, that reaction? Like, do they want you to be like, you mean I'm fat this entire time?
You're lying. You're lying to me. I'm fat. Yeah, you're fat.
No way.
Fuck. Hit that and then. Okay, so it'll land and I jump over it. No. Oh,
Watch those two Kirby videos. Both perform very well because the word Kirby's in them.
And also, they're the only ones with fucking
audio.
Yeah. Really? I'm. Oh, I can just rock.
You are not.
What is?
Like, would it be better just to have Rick, like, just toss it, like, just spit it out?
No, it wouldn't. The solution is to beat Rick and beat Wispy Woods and go on about my fucking life. You know what? Y'all might be thinking like, okay, so we got 4 minutes. No. Just no. Like I'm at a point where I'm annoyed. Like I still need to like go make lunch for tomorrow and then effectively try to go to bed. So for the next few minutes, I'm gonna just bitch and complain. I don't really want to bitch and complain, but I do think that it seems that like doctors, if I'm gonna complain about a thing, most likely I'm smart enough to realize that my weight is a factor. There's not a single fat person on this planet who has never been told that they were fat. There's not one who doesn't know. Even if they were the ones who had to tell themselves that they were fat. Like, you know what fat looks like. Even if no one's ever called you fat, you've seen other fat people get called fat. And so therefore, you know you look like them, you're also fat. And if for whatever reason you don't believe you're fat, motherfucker, you are delusional. But doctor, I know I'm fat. Like most motherfuckers know they fat. So when we come in there and it's like, my back, my knees, my this, my that. I know it probably has a lot to do with my weight. That doesn't mean I don't get to, I shouldn't be like, hey, I'd like to not be in pain. I deserve to not to want to be in pain. But to say like, well, you're going to have to go on the weight loss journey. Like, that's like a month-long thing. Motherfucker, like, help me. Like, I can't stress enough. When your joints hurt, the idea of trying to get better, like, it revolves around walking and stuff, yo, you're asking for too much. Like,
yeah,
that shit.
I'm just gonna say, like, without suggesting ways for that to happen, just to expect it to happen is kind of insane.
Cause somebody, cause I think my nurse was, cause I told him about what went down, and his response was like, you know, is there a place that you can do stuff like swim or whatnot? Not like I can't swim. Like one, I can't swim. Two,
they could like give you a place to go, like physical therapy or something. Like,
well, that's the other thing. Physical therapy, yeah. So I'm gonna have somebody come out to the house and help me do physical therapy. For whatever reason, I just couldn't piece that together. I could not remember what the other thing was. But the thing that like just bugs me is like, well, like swimming is a really good way to lose weight. It really is. But like the problem is like losing weight. It's just not as easy as people think it is. Like I don't know how else to word that.
Because it's not just a matter of like caloric intake; it's your metabolism. It's a lot of things.
Your body just like because I have been on Mounjaro, which is a weight loss drug like Ozempic, for about a year. For like the better half of a year. Let's say at the very least 8 months. I've been on it for 8 months. When I tell you like the majority of my weight gain is a matter of like rebuilding muscle, probably some fat regain, but also like because I suffer from renal failure, I retain a lot of fluid. Not a lot, but enough to like make my weight go up and down. So like one, that's an issue. I've been on this drug for almost a year and there has been no indication that it's doing what it's supposed to do. None. Like I'll see my endocrinologist next month and I might tell him like, I think we need to switch to another drug. This one might not be for me. Because everybody can't take the same drug. Because like even my blood sugar isn't like, it's not like having a major effect on my blood sugar. And I totally understand that drugs don't work immediately. But when you've been taking them for months and you've not seen any like progress, it's probably time to go ahead and like switch up. So the idea of like, well, you can go swimming. That's low impact on the knees. One, I can't swim because I don't know how. And like I have a panic attack when I get into deep cold water. And two, I have a dialysis catheter in my chest. I can't get it wet because I'll run the risk of getting an infection. So if you think like, I'm like, oh, well, I'll just like risk it. Fuck that. That is literally the thing that's connected to my heart getting infected. Eat my ass. I ain't doing that. Like,
I really like when I get a case of the dids.
Like for real. Because like this thing not getting infected is the main reason I don't have to get a fistula put in, which is that big like thing that they put in your arm. And even those aren't fucking like they're not foolproof. Because there's a cat at the clinic who's had to have one in each arm. Like they have to take his blood pressure on his leg. And so like the idea of like, oh man, this fucker talking about you've been really lucky this thing hasn't gotten infected. No, motherfucker, I haven't been lucky. I've been careful. It's like saying, wow, it's incredible. You haven't gotten food poisoning. I don't eat undercooked pork.
Mm-hmm.
Just that fucking simple, stupid man. Stupid McDick, stupid. Stupidity, dickety, fuckity, goddamn. All right. Thank you for being here listening to me rant. Goodbye, everyone.